The national champion is clad in big orange.
National champion is clad in big orange.
From 40, on the way, a knuckleball. He got it.
He will fire.
He wins it.
Since 2007, Tennessee has defeated
1-0. In the air, right center field. Ross on the move. Won't get there. Tennessee walks it off.
Deep drive. Back it goes. At the wall, Davis leaps and cannot get it. And Tennessee walks it off.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in.
The national champion is clad in big orange.
National champion is clad.
Hello? Hello? We're here. We're live. Welcome into another episode of the Fanatics Show. I am your co-host, Skylar. It is Wednesday night at 8:30, just a little bit past, which means it is time to talk ball, man. We are ever so close, just over 3 weeks away, I believe, from football time in Tennessee. My co-host, Michael, how are we doing, B-Dawg?
Man, we're doing fantastic. Sorry about that. My screen actually froze up. I couldn't stop the intro video from playing again. After I just restarted
it automatically
my laptop,
does it? You have to manually stop it every time?
Yeah, I have to manually stop it. So
we're live. That's part of it. It happens. It's all good.
That's right. But no, we're fantastic tonight. You know, a night later than we normally do. Appreciate you being flexible with me. I went to watch nephew play middle school football last night. So
there it is.
Glad we were able to make that work. Quick story time about something that happened just 25 minutes ago. So the local ice cream shop here in Cornersville, there's also a local internet service that decided to do a promo where you come in there, you let them talk to you about their internet service. They will buy you ice cream tonight. So free ice cream. So took the wife, took the boy up there, also took my niece. So go up there, actually signed up for the internet service while we were up
I was about to say,
well.
did you just take the free ice cream, or did you?
No, I did sign up for it. It was a little bit cheaper than what I currently have. So
there you go.
Maybe it'll be a little bit quicker too, so I don't have all these freezes and stuff. But you also, when you signed up, you put your name in, or you got your name put into a raffle for a free TV, and get a phone call just 20 minutes ago.
No
hey,
way.
Mr. Allen, you've won the TV.
No shot.
Okay, so got a
boy.
free TV out of the deal too. So what a fantastic night, and now we get to talk about Tennessee football.
What
so
an
it just
investment.
tops it off. So,
It sounds like, you know what? I'm just going to ask you, what is Tennessee's record this year? Because I feel like you're on a roll. Let's go. Okay, here it is.
Tennessee's record, we're going 12-0 this season.
Okay, dude. Come on. It wouldn't be the first time I've heard 12-0 prediction today, actually. So, no. Well, dude, my guy, it's good to have you back. It's good to have the viewers back. It's been a little bit longer than a week, but we got Rhonda already in the chat. Says, hope you're having a wonderful week so far. It's good to see you. Go buy a lottery ticket. That's what I'm saying. But
I might need to.
12-0 with my FanDuel. I just need to hit the over on 7.5, so I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
So, but no, I want to let the folks know the reason why we do this, man. They've been there since day one, and it is P&L Business Services. We know firsthand that getting your monthly reporting, invoicing, bill pay, taxes, and other essential business services right is critical. That's why at P&L Business Services, we go beyond bookkeeping by providing you with everything you need in your back office so you can have your time back and the peace of mind to do what you love most, which is building your business. Behind every successful business is a great bookkeeper. Guys, if you feel like you're struggling on the paperwork side of things, or you just get really stressed out at the end of the year because you know you're behind on it, I urge you to not wait till the end of the year. Go ahead and give them a call or go on the website. Go to pnlbusinessservices.com. A lot of the fine folks out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee to help you out with that so you can continue raking in that money. Hey, Michael, give us that a rundown, my boy.
So tonight, segment 1, we're going to be talking about a very exciting position group groups for Tennessee on the season. We're going to talk about the wide receivers and the tight ends. Got some news from the tight end room. We also have some breaking news just from Tennessee in general. We'll talk about as soon as we deliver our segment 1 sponsor. But that's going to be segment 1. Segment 2, we're going to look at Oklahoma and their schedule for this season, give our predictions for it. And then segment 3, we're going to look at Alabama and give our predictions for that as well. But let's hop right into this. I will give you our segment 1 sponsor, and that is Optimal Asbestos Services. Optimal Asbestos Services offers detailed asbestos inspections and air quality assessments. Whether you're looking to secure your home or workplace, you can trust Optimal Asbestos Services to deliver thorough and reliable solutions. You can contact Jeff Moll at 865-223-3297 for your consultation today, or go on the web at optimalasbestosservices.com. So I guess first off, we need to mention this before we get too far into football. Rhonda, congratulations to Blake Burke being moved up to the Nashville Sounds.
That's right. She's following.
Yeah.
Favorite Blake Burke memory, and I'm definitely stealing this from the sports animal. I believe it was either Kaner and Tyler, or Tyler and Kaner, or it was the Eric Kane show. But favorite Blake Burke moment at Tennessee.
All right.
I've got mine.
Favorite Blake Burke memory. I think the one that you can put on a tee and you can just knock it out of the park is obviously the
Southern Miss
tying single. Against Florida State in the College World Series.
Screw you. That was mine. I hate you.
No, but that's not my favorite one. My favorite one was his freshman season in the SEC tournament against Kentucky. Gets up there and hits just an absolute moonshot into the woods at Hoover Met Stadium. Just
fair enough. That's a good one. I didn't realize that he had. I think I knew this, but I'd forgotten that he had the all-time hit streak record. Games like hit, yeah. So I think he went like 35 or 36 games in a row.
It was something insane like that. It was
stupid.
His last season.
And he got saved by it. Originally was marked an error on like game 29, and they went through and they actually corrected it in the books to call it a single instead of an error, and so he got that hit, which saved it. But anyways, yeah, my moment was the fact that he didn't allow that call to define that at bat, and he still roped one right down the middle. Got the game time, scored. I mean, it was just great memory, man. And it's crazy how he started his tenure at Tennessee just being known as the power bat. The guy that it's very. I'm gonna say stereotypical.
He was strikeout or home run guy.
And growing up in the game of baseball, you had those hitters growing up. You're like, hey, this dude's a power hitter, but he literally that's all he goes for, right? He was that guy when he got on the campus. He was swinging for the fence. He knew he had the power, but that's all he cared about. But then he turned into one of the best batters on the team and in the league.
If there was any guy that you wanted at the plate to make sure that you were going to have a ball put in play, give yourself a chance at a base hit, it was Blake Burke.
Really turned himself into a teammate, and he played first base phenomenally as well. Grew in right behind Luke Lipsius, and I can't remember who was after him that he got to learn behind, but, I mean, he just filled that role so perfect. So, yep. All right, cool. That was enough.
Honorable mention moment for Blake Burke.
Oh, yeah?
479-foot home run he hit against Southern Miss.
Well, that's the one I thought you were going to take because, I mean, that's, duh. I mean, come on. Wasn't even the game tying one. It got us within one, but then we went ahead and won 8-4, I believe.
On his birthday, by the way.
So. Yeah, that was insane. It was dude, that ball's still in the air. Come on.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So the breaking news that we have before we get into our actual preview.
Come on.
Tennessee linebacker Jaden Harmon out for the season with an injury. So, as you said, hate to hear it, especially a guy as talented as Jaden. He was definitely going to see some playing time this year, but a little bit of a bright spot. If you're going to lose anybody from a position, linebacker's the place that you can afford to lose it because you're so deep there at that room as far as personnel goes and as far as talent goes.
Well, but by game one, we're looking a little thin now. I mean, that's two guys that we're not going to have for game one and game two, which Jaden Harmon's out for the season, of course. But, yeah, I mean, I agree with you that is our deepest room. But now it's kind of the reason why you want to have that depth is exactly what we're seeing playing out in real time. You never know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So, but, yes, you're right. Tennessee has built that room up to be able to withstand. the hardships, the tribulations, they're going to be fine, man. If anything, I hate it for Jaden Harmon, but he'll come back stronger from it. And I don't think it'll be hopefully too bad a recovery. He did it now. He should be ready to go, I think, for next year. I mean, he did it early enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In fall camp to be able to really grind and make his way back for the summer of next year, maybe even spring of next year. So, but yeah, it sucks, man. But that's fall camp. I mean, they weren't even in full pads when he did it either. I mean, it's such a bummer. But we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. I mean, we still got 3 more weeks, 2 scrimmages to go. We're gonna have a little bit more of this happening, and so it's just hopefully we can dodge the right bullets, and we're gonna take some hits where we do, and hopefully we can just bounce back from it.
Absolutely, man. So let's get right into our preview for tonight. As tonight we're going to be looking at wide receivers and tight ends, and I do want to start backwards from what we would normally do. I actually want to start with the tight ends instead of the wide receivers.
I'm actually okay with this because I feel like we've been overlooking somebody.
Yes, 100%. But the first thing we got to talk about, obviously the star of the room is Ethan Davis.
Is it?
It is.
That's what I'm saying, though. But all
right, so Ethan Davis, we've mentioned it all offseason. The dude has got the talent, and he's got the ability to be all SEC, all American type, caliber tight end coming into this season. That's what he can bring if he can stay healthy.
That's right.
And that has been an issue so far in fall camp. He has missed a couple of practices due to an injury. Now, is this all right, he tweaked something and, we're just holding him out as a precaution type deal? Or is this something we need to be concerned about? Is this something that could turn into a long-term type thing? What do you think, Skylar?
I think I am slightly concerned. I'm going to go against the norm from what I've been hearing. But that's not really smart because this is just a feel thing. But we hear all summer that the guys are going to be the healthiest they've ever been, or they should be the healthiest they've ever been in their career for the opening day of fall camp. And the fact that it feels like we're not the healthiest that we're going to be when we should be doesn't make me feel good about how we're going to feel after a couple of weeks of hard work, or game 1, game 2, or this season. I believe we added the conference game, but I want to say we even lost a bye week. So now you're talking about playing 6, 7, 8 games in a row perhaps in the season the way it folds out. Are you going to be able to withstand that? I don't know, man. But the fact that we're already dealing with a nagging situation that's not too serious, yeah, sure. But it just kind of it does kind of raise my flag a little bit, man. But I'm happy to see that we do have some depth at that position, and hopefully, the next man's up if we do need them. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not a good look, especially at this point in the season or in the off season. You never want to see a guy go down with any kind of injury, and the fact that he has missed multiple practices after, the initial, he'll be back very soon. It's not a long-term thing, but it's been, 4 practices now, I believe, 3 at least.
Yeah, I mean, we're essentially a weekend. I mean, we are a weekend to the day. We're a weekend of fall camp, and I've not heard a report saying that he's practiced.
Yeah, so it's definitely something to be concerned about.
I mean, you only get 4 weeks of fall camp.
Am I still excited about Ethan Davis, what he can be this year? Absolutely. Am I still, giving him the same expectations that I have been? Absolutely. But my confidence is wavering a little bit on it because of this right here. So let's now move to who's going to be that guy if he is not healthy in week 1. And it's a guy that's been gaining a lot of traction.
Having a great fall camp. You're talking about guys stepping in the role.
Yes, Deshaun Brame. And I've been excited about this dude ever since he got on campus, but man, coaches, players, everybody is saying this dude right here is ready to step foot into this role, and he's going to give Ethan Davis a run for his money. And especially if Davis is not fully healthy whenever, week 1 rolls around, you're going to be seeing a lot of Deshaun Brame.
I agree. I think we run a lot of 12 personnel.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to see both of those guys on the field at one point or at one time anyways. But, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of great things from Deshaun Brame. I I didn't realize how young he was, by the way.
Yeah, true sophomore.
He is developing into that role as well, and I can't wait for him to surge. I think this is a year. We talk about breakout. This is why I said I think we overlooked him. This guy could be poised to have that breakout year. And what better position is he in? Because you already know he's going to play a little bit. Like, that's something that I overlooked. I mean, he's going to play a little bit, and from the highlights I'm seeing right now in the fall camp, he is absolutely stepping into that role. And my little co-host here agrees with me. So, yeah, man, I think Deshaun Brame's got some big things cooking if he can stay healthy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Deshaun Brame, I'm super excited to watch this guy. You know, he did get a little bit of time last year, kind of splitting back up roles with actually, he got to play quite a bit last year with Jack Van Doorslayer because Ethan Davis was injured.
Yep.
But, you know, really excited to see this guy. You know, he is a 6'5", 240-pound guy out of Kansas. You know, really about the same size as Ethan Davis. I think Ethan Davis has got about 7 pounds on him.
I think what excites me about this guy is I feel like he is just a slightly bigger Kyle Pitts type athlete. Hate to use that player on that team. I understand he played for Florida, but Kyle Pitts was just a bona fide fourth wide receiver that played tight end. And I feel like Deshaun Brame, and he's also blocking really well. That's what I'm hearing. But he's like a wide receiver that just kind of moved into the tight end room. And so he's got the speed, he's got the athleticism, and oh, by the way, he can block when we need him to. Dude, I mean, he's going to be a freshman quarterback's best friend. And that's exactly what you got to have. As far as the running game, yes, you've got wide receivers, but that tight end, that check down tight end option is going to be a freshman quarterback's best friend.
Oh, yeah. And that's why a guy like Deshaun Brame, a guy like Ethan Davis is so important to Faison or George, whoever wins that job. But
here's the biggest question. Here's the biggest question. Who's going to be the third guy? Because they're going to get some playing time. And we have another returnee, Cole Harrison. He's returning. He was on the team last year, played a little bit. But that's not who I'm hearing the most smoke around right now. Who is that third guy that's going to step up, though?
So, I mean, you've got 2 transfer guys this season. You've got Drake Martinez coming in from UT Martin that could be in that position. You've also got transfer from South Alabama and Trent Thomas. And I feel like he's probably got a little bit more on the experience side as far as taking over that spot. You've also got Luka Wolf. I don't expect to see much out of him from the NFL UK Academy.
No.
But are you hearing something different?
Dude, he's balling. I'm hearing that he's balling, showing out. Physical is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Luka Wolf. Dude, he's 6'5". He's a true freshman, I think.
6'5", 256 is what he's listed at.
That's insane. And he can move. Bro, come on. I don't know if he'll be the third guy, to your point, but he is making the most of his opportunities right now in that room.
Yeah. I just feel like a lot of these guys, like Shem Umarov, for instance, you know, great size, great athletic ability, but coming from the NFL Academy, they're still raw. They still have a lot to learn about the game. And that's kind of where I'm at with Luka Wolf. You know, if he's having himself a great fall camp, then I retract everything I said. You know, let's roll with it, man. But I just feel like, especially being a true freshman, he's going to take his growing pains coming in, and it's going to take him a little bit. But I'm excited for his future. I don't know what we're going to see as far as the third tight end, but I mean, regardless.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be probably between Drake Martinez or Trent Thomas, right? I mean,
that's
the
what I
two
would
transfers.
think.
You got one. I feel like Trent Thomas, in my opinion, is probably more of like a run blocker.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily the receiver type tight end. But then Drake Martinez, I think, adds a little bit more of that receiver vibe to him. But I think as far as an all-around tight end, you really are kind of the 1-2 punch with Ethan Davis and Deshaun Brame, and then you're almost having to play to their specialties after that, in my opinion. And hopefully we don't have to get down into that too much. To be honest with you, a little bit old. I hate that I'm using the term old school because it's not that old school, but it is for me. But we see a lot of 12 personnel in this offense. I want to see a lot of 21 personnel.
Yes.
I want the whole, like, heard Alvin Kamara in the backfield. I want to see Deshaun Bishop and whoever else. Like, I think that would be so clutch to have. But I don't know if we've got the bigger running backs to be able to do that. I don't know, but I do want to see that, and especially if the tight end room plays out the way it will or may, because I definitely don't want it to happen, but we just, like you said, we've had that injury bug with that room. I don't know. I kind of want to see him bring it out. But either way, tight ends, man, we got plenty of them. I'm hearing some great things about it, but Deshaun Brame, man, I'm expecting big things. But I wanted this segment to be all about him. I feel like we've overlooked him all offseason because we've been hyping up Ethan Davis. But this is my get back for Deshaun Brame. But you better not let me down. All right, here we go.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm expecting big things out of this room, regardless of who that person is going to be. Whether it be Ethan Davis, whether it be Deshaun Brame, whether it be insert name here, whoever wins that third spot.
That's right. That's right.
I'm expecting big things, not just out of the run blocking game, but out of the passing game as well. Because you mentioned it. A tight end is a good receiving tight end is a young quarterback's best friend. That's their check down. That's their safety valve. A lot of times you talk about running backs out of the backfield. That's a good check down option. The tight end is really the guy that the quarterback looks for, because they're going to be the most reliable guys a lot of times.
Yeah, and I was watching film the other night because that's what I do when I get bored now is just rewatch games. And think about like the screen game that it opens up. Who are we playing? Gosh darn. I think it was Arkansas we were playing where we kept doing the little like 5-yard screen. Sometimes we ran it to the wide receiver, but sometimes we ran it to Miles Kitselman a couple times where he almost like faked the block. The wide receivers would actually crash in instead of the offensive line. It was both really. But then Miles Kitselman would catch the ball maybe 3 yards downfield, and then he'd have that wall of players right in front of him. The screen game that it opens up when you have a blocking tight end that can also be that receiver, man, I think that opportunity in this offense is very wide open.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. So, kind of touched on.
Hey, he's watching Dad, bro. He sees that mute, but he said, "Hey, Dad just did that. I'm gonna do that too."
That's right.
Trying to be like Dad.
So now we've touched on the tight end room pretty good. Now let's move over to the wide receiver room.
Let's do it.
Other than the linebacker room, probably the deepest room overall as far as talent and personnel goes.
I think I agree with that.
We know who the wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 is. Obviously,
Who is that?
it's Mike Matthews, it's Braylon Staley. Both of those guys had 800-plus yards receiving last season.
To not skip over them, because I've seen a little bit of disrespect on my man Mike Matthews.
Oh, I've seen disrespect on both of them.
Well, I don't see how you could disrespect or Braylon Staley whatsoever, but Mike Matthews just moved into the Chris Brazzell spot. So come on. Braylon Staley's gonna stay right there in that slot spot, man. That's a no-brainer. The slot's always got some love in this offense. Think of Jalen Hyatt, etc. Squirrel White, whatever. But Mike Matthews just moved over to that Chris Brazzell spot, and I can't be more excited for what that's gonna look like. But to your point, there's been a heck of a battle for that third spot.
Yeah.
For that X, Y, Z receiver. Who's going to be that Z receiver?
Yeah. Well, before we get that, something that I do want to mention about Matthews, you were talking about the disrespect he's been getting. You know what's got me super fired up about Mike Matthews this season? Did you hear the comment that he made last week, the day when they did all the media stuff?
Prove the doubters or something like that? He said something about I'd love to prove them wrong, or
yeah, prove the doubters wrong, but his goal this season is not to drop a single pass.
Oh, I missed that one.
Obviously, he was a very good wide receiver for Tennessee last year.
I'm gonna write that down because I just really hope that he doesn't break that in the first game.
Yeah, but he had over 800 yards receiving last year, 4 touchdowns. Really had himself a good year, but he was also in the top half of the conference.
He dropped some.
in drop percentage for wide receivers.
He did. And I remember him dropping some that I'm just like, dude, can't drop that. But it happened.
So he said his goal this offseason, and the comment that he made was, I'm not going to drop a single pass this year.
And here's where I'll give him some love, because that's going to be extremely hard. Dude, you're being contested.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a contested 50-50 ball and that's a drop, now I'm going to watch that replay, and if he had a chance to catch it, sure, I'll be critical. But if the defense made a good play, and even if he got a hand on it, but he just couldn't really secure, That's a little different. That's not a drop. A drop is the ball hitting you in the hands, in the chest, in the bread basket, wide open, and you just fumble it. Come on. All right, lock in. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be watching, especially early on in the season when it's fresh in my mind. But I love that goal, man. I love that he's setting goals. And that's just proof that, man, some of these players, they hear what people say. They see it. It's not like they don't. I mean, they have social media. They I get it. And so this guy's paid attention to that, seen the haters, seen the doubters, and he wants to go out there and prove them wrong. And I love that mindset, man. He's hungry. Yeah. He's hungry. That's dangerous.
That's right.
That's
what's got me super excited.
Could he exceed Brazel's yardages? I'm not going to say receptions, but yardages.
I think he could exceed the yardages.
What did Brazel have? Like 1,100? Like 1,200?
Just shy of 1,100, I believe. I think it was like
I know he had over 1,000. Yep.
Yeah, something like that. So, yes, I think that he could exceed that. All right, so as far as the Z receiver goes.
Yes.
Seeing
some hype.
I'm actually changing who I was originally going to say.
You ain't saying Rodarius?
So, originally, I was saying I think it's going to come down to Travis Smith Jr. or Rodarius Jackson. Both of whom I've heard good things from this camp.
They're having a great camp.
But the name that is getting a lot of hype, and not just
Don't
because
let it happen. Don't let it happen.
Not just because of this past recruiting class, but because of what he has done.
You seen that video that's viral? It's viral, and now it's got you by the mouth, and it's going. Yep, you going with it? Go ahead.
Can I be totally honest? I haven't even seen the video.
I've
heard the video. I've heard the video, but I haven't seen the video.
No, he had a sick catch the other day, and that thing went crazy viral. But yeah, go ahead. Just name him.
TK Keys.
Yeah, there it is. Come on.
That's the guy that I believe he is trending towards that wide receiver Z.
Hot take. If TK Keys wins the Z receiver, it is a locked down, done deal. Fajon Brandon is your quarterback one.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
I don't know why I feel that way, but I don't see. I think maybe because they're in the same recruiting class and maybe they have that relationship built up and whatnot. But I feel like if TK Keys wins, I think Fajon wins too. I think it's like a package deal there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Right. It's not a done deal yet. We have our I don't know. I get to go see practice next week. I'll be able to. I'll let you know the update after scrimmage number 1. I get to go in the Tuesday practice. They are not going to show me anything, so please don't have any expectations. But I'm going to look.
You heard it here first. Skylar is going to tell us who the starting quarterback is going to be after next week's practice.
I got you, bro. Everybody, every insider at University of Tennessee's already got my number, and they're going to be calling me next week. So I'm going to have to start charging them per hour like a lawyer, and I'm just going to be like, hey, man, this is what I was seeing. And really, I'm going to give them a lot of false reports. I'm just going to be like, dude, Ryan Staub is just killing it, bro. Like, I'm joking. Anywho's, but yeah, I think it's a 2-man race between Rodarius Jackson. I think Travis Smith Jr. is not even a bad receiver. It's just like I don't know if it's a physicality standpoint, a body type standpoint. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a hand standpoint. I'm going to have to really look at that position closely next week. But it really sounds like a 2-man race between Rodarius and Tristan Keys, man. So I'm interested to see who kind of pulls away there. But look, regardless, I know we always say that this system only runs through 3 wide receivers, but the other guys are going to get playing time. Like it's a no-brainer, no doubter, especially if they run a couple of go routes in a row. They're going to be tapping the helmet, coming off, doing a substitution, and then that's when you're going to see the quarterback, they get to the line and then hold it, and then they're going to look over, look for the net. And that's because they probably just did a wide receiver substitution. The defense is going to get a chance to substitute. So they're going to get some playing time, but I am intrigued to see who's a actual starter there alongside Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley. It's a tough room, man. I mean, we only talked about 5 guys in there. I mean, who's the next guy behind Tristan Keys, Rodarius Jackson, Travis Smith Jr.? Who is that next guy that we should be on the lookout for?
I mean, man. Let's just go through some of the names that have a chance. Obviously, as we mentioned, Braylon Staley, Mike Matthews, those are 1 and 2. Then you got Travis Smith Jr., you've got Rodarius Jackson, you've got TK Keys, you've got Joakim Dotson.
I like him.
I'm still with you.
I like him.
I'm still with you. I think he's going to be more of that,
Return man.
special teams type guy. But, don't count him out at a wide receiver position now.
He's fast, bro. Now, he ran out of gas quick on that, but he's fast.
I feel like, all right, so Tyreek King is a guy that I feel like he's not going to be much of a one or two guy. He's going to be that slot guy just because of his size. He's 5'11", 178. But he could absolutely come in and fill a spot somewhere. Don't count out senior Jack Henry Djokovic. I think that's how you say his name. He's definitely not as talented as the other guys, but that's a guy that's been in the room for a while. He knows the system. He could come in and get some time as well. But as far as other guys that I feel like can see the field, I mean, just going down the list here towards the bottom, you've got maybe Deion Harden, the East Central Mississippi transfer. I can see a little bit of time as well. Maybe Ian Duarte. There was a lot of hype out of him from Idaho State. But, you've just got a super, super deep room that multiple guys could play. Really, it's just, are they going to have the snaps for them,
Yeah. I'm interested to see if, like, a guy like Nathan Roberts will actually get some. I'm looking at body types here, and I'm kind of looking at, like, the size. Because there is a clear size difference between your guys that are playing and the guys that are backing up, and maybe they still need some time to grow. And obviously, these were measurements and weights before, I think, a little bit of that DO effect is what they were calling it, I think. Derek Owings. But, a guy like Nathan Roberts is 6'4", listed at 209. We'll call it 210 from Morristown, local guy, redshirt junior. I don't know, man. But like you said, unfortunately, I think when you get down to that 6th, 7th, 8th guy in the wide receiver rotation, probably not going to. Dad, that was rude. Dad, that was rude. For everybody listening that maybe doesn't get to watch us live or watch the replay, the dad has just passed the package to the mother, and the package was not happy. How dare you abuse that baby like that?
I do also want to put on the record for the evidence so the jury can see it. He has also been nodding off in my arm for like the last 5 minutes.
But it doesn't change the fact that baby was just fine right there, okay? No, I'm joking. Just messing with you, man. You always do a great job. But no,
No, I appreciate you letting me bring him on. I know that, the people like to see him. The people like to see him, but, he can also make a little bit of noise in the background as well. So, no, I appreciate you letting me bring him on here.
Nah, dude. But don't make me sound like a back. Like, what am I going to say? No, you can't bring your baby on. No, you can't bring your son out here. No, I'm joking. I can't wait for him to replace you. I can't. I want to talk all of him. So I just need to train him up a little bit longer. We got to figure out how to, understand what the wide receiver does. No, I'm joking. We'll get there. He's still got some learning to do. But no, like I was saying though. But like once you get past that 6th, 7th guy in this rotation, probably not going to see them as much and meaningful snaps, right? So, that's just something to look out for. But overall, the wide receiver room is very much healthy. You've got pretty much a 5-headed monster in that room that I'm comfortable with either 5 playing. Would love to have the 3 or even the 4. But overall, you got 5 pieces there in that room that are capable, very capable of achieving all the goals that you had set out in the preseason.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a deep room. It's an exciting room. It's an athletic room. It's another reason why I cannot wait for game day to be here so that we can see what these guys can do.
Yeah.
So, I do have a question for you.
What's up?
A couple of questions, but obviously start with this as the first one. All right. Who is the leading receiver on the team as far as yardage goes this season?
Yardage goes Mike Matthews.
I think I'm going to agree with you.
He's in that spot. He's in that Cedric Tillman. He's in that Chris Brazzell. He's just in that spot to be the leading receiving yards. Mike Matthews.
I think I'm going to agree with you there.
It's a lob toss
Mike
on how many
Matthews.
receptions, though. It's not even close.
Yeah. Touchdowns. Who leads us in touchdowns this year? I think I'm going to go Braylon Staley because of that slot position. I feel like just the way that the slot plays. All right, so how many times since...
I'm going to go Mike Matthews again.
I guess my argument on that, how many times have we seen the slot receiver be the leading receiver as far as touchdowns and receptions go since Heupel has been here?
I don't know off the top of my mind. I know they are usually always the leader in the receptions category. Like Braylon Staley, if you were to say how many catches, Braylon Staley all day long, dude. They're throwing to him 10 times a game.
I believe, and I could be wrong on this, I'm not fact-checking. I know for sure it's 3 times. I think it could be 4 times.
Okay.
You had Jalen Hyatt in 22.
Yep.
You had Squirrel White in 23 and 24.
And he led in touchdowns too? See, that's my thing. That's what holds
touchdowns.
me up. Yeah.
But
okay, you asked. Okay, I got you.
You're right. I did ask for touchdowns. So Jalen.
Well, you asked for both. Like when you said that, when you went into that, you said how many times they led in receptions and touchdowns. That's why I was trying to analyze. I was like, oh.
So receptions, I know it's Jalen Hyatt.
Yes, it's always a slot receiver.
Squirrel White 2 years in a row, and then last season, I can't remember. Was it Braylon Staley or was it Chris Brazzell that led in receptions?
I want to say it was Braylon.
I think
it
was
might have been
Braylon
Brazzell.
well. I know Brazzell had more touchdowns. He had more yards, but
I want to say it was Braylon. If it wasn't Braylon Staley, Braylon Staley did break the record for freshman receptions in a year.
Yes. But I think it was Staley.
I think it was Staley.
I think the only year that the slot receiver did not lead in receptions was Cedric Tillman in the first season.
Yeah, before he got hurt. But the thing is, the reason why I'm still going to stick with Mike Matthews in the touchdown category, I could see that dude getting 9 or 10 touchdowns on home run plays this year. Just absolute running down the sideline, outrunning your guy in single coverage, and all George McIntyre or Fajon has to do is throw it up and let that man run under it, and it's a touchdown. Almost like the Javonte Payton days, the Cedric Tillman days, where the Brew McCoy sometimes even they're just on an island out there, and they're just a bigger wide receiver, and they go get it. And so I think I'm going to keep my answer with Mike Matthews. But I've already answered it. The most receptions out of our wide receiver this year, without a doubt, that's going to be your boy, Braylon Staley. That man's going to get 2 to 3 receptions, I feel like, on every single possession.
Yeah.
If you get a first down, Braylon Staley's getting 2 receptions.
Yeah, I'm with you. Braylon Staley is going to lead in receptions. I'm also going to go Braylon Staley for touchdowns.
There you go. That's fine. I think that's an easy pick.
I think so, too. I also think that Tristan Keys is going to have at least 5 touchdowns this year.
So, what I was going to say about Tristan Keys is he may be your leader in the yards per catch category.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
Just to give him some love, I think TK Keys could be your leader. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Because as much as Mike Matthews is going to have those home run shots, so will TK Keys. I mean, he's on the other side right there. But I think they're going to try to bait with Mike Matthews with so many hitch routes or maybe some slants or whatever that it might dwindle his yards per catch or yards per reception.
And you're going to have TK running on the other side.
On the deep over route. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Man, I could see that all day long. So, Dante Thornton was the other guy I was thinking of, by the way. But yeah, either way, that's what I'm hoping. Wide receiver room's loaded, dude.
Absolutely.
And if it's not TK Keys, it's Rodarius Jackson. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. So you got anything?
I guess that's the reason why. That's why I did a yards per reception there, because I'm not even so sure on that position if they could be a leader on the offense, because they're going to be sharing reps with other players. Mm-hmm. So, but anyways, go ahead.
So you got anything else on the wide receiver room or the tight end room before we move ahead?
No, man. We spent a lot of time on that. It was two positions. I get it. But I'm just excited because we're pretty close. Mm-hmm. High school football starts next week.
We are officially 24 days away as of today.
And if y'all been following along on the socials, my man's been doing a great job posting a video every single day. For the most part, just whatever day on the countdown it is whatever touchdown we scored from that many yards out. So it's been good, man. Great job with that.
Actually, I might have misspoke. I think we might be at 23 days.
I think we're at 24.
24. No, it's 24.
Yeah, I think we're at 24. I haven't seen the video for 23 yet. So
Yeah, 23 is coming out tomorrow. But
hey, we're getting pretty close. I mean, once we get down to like 12, that'll be Jalen Hyatt's game against Alabama. Oh no, that was only 5. I'm sorry. All right, cool. We'll get there eventually.
Hey, there is going to be more from that game, that's for sure. There are plenty of videos coming out from that game.
I just feel like I feel like you just scored another one right now. In fact, I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
Oh, was that Jalen Hyatt?
Was that?
But no, man, we're going to move ahead to our segment 2. We're going to talk about some more schedule predictions. But before we do that, our segment 2 sponsor is Kaizen Painting. Do you want a colorful life? Kaizen is a painting and drywall company that provides residential, commercial, exterior, and interior services. At Kaizen Painting, we understand the importance of a beautifully painted home and properly installed or repaired drywall. We're here to bring your vision to life. We care about providing you with a personalized, efficient, and quality service. If you live in Knoxville and surroundings, contact us for a free estimate at KaizenPainting.com. Color your life the Kaizen way. So, schedule predictions. And tonight, we are going to start off with Alabama.
We're starting with Alabama. Ooh,
Let's start with Alabama.
Oh,
Yeah, I figure, I think we did Oklahoma first last year because I think we actually did these two on the same week. So let's go Alabama first. I don't know about you. I think that these two are going to be very similar to this year, but Alabama, a lot of people are not talking about the quarterback battle that Alabama's got going on. They're focusing on, and you brought this up when we talked about it last week, I think it was. Everyone is down on Tennessee this year, all because of their quarterback battle. But nobody's talking about the quarterback battle in Alabama and being down on them for it. Who knows what that room's going to look like now? I do think that Alabama's got a lot of talent, offense and defensive side of the ball. So does Tennessee. And I feel like that, same deal as Tennessee. Whoever wins the job at Alabama, they're going to be successful. Kalen DeBoer's offense is also a quarterback-friendly offense, just like Josh Heupel's is. But Alabama's got question marks this year just as much as Tennessee does, just as much as any other team does, but you're not hearing anybody talk about them. But what are your thoughts on Alabama this year, going into the season, Skylar?
My thoughts on Alabama is probably not going to reflect my record, unfortunately. My thoughts on Alabama, man, is just wild card. And I say wild card in the sense of not necessarily that they're a nobody team that could just sneak up and win, but wild card in the sense of like, we don't really have a feel for this team, but they could make the playoff and make a run, or they could just kind of be like 8-4. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of my vibe around the team. They have some great pieces on the defense. They've returned a lot of folks on both lines, but like, they also lost 2 or 3 key pieces on the offensive line, which is weird that they went to the draft, right? I agree with this, Rhonda. I think they actually have more questions. And the reason why is because Tennessee's questions surround what? The defensive line and the quarterback. Do we want to throw in there the defensive back group? But even though I feel like we've done a great job in the transfer portal, I almost don't even feel like we have a question mark at defensive back room anymore. But I guess here's our third question for Tennessee. Jim Knowles.
Yep.
I'll just say that.
Yep.
I'll just say that. Alabama has a quarterback question on top of a running game question, on top of an offensive line question, because you lost 2 guys, I believe, to the draft, insinuating that they were freaking good, and you were the worst rushing team in the league last year. Mm-hmm. In the SEC, you were 16th running the ball. I didn't realize how good Ty Simpson had to be to carry this team to a playoff, and he had no help. That man, on top of that, his best wide receiver was dropping everything in the world. So, yeah, I think Alabama has more questions going into this year, but I feel like they're going to have something to carry them. That's my vibe. That's my vibe. Yep. I think if anything else, just the brand of Alabama is going to make sure that this is not a failure season, not a failed season.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that you said, I agree with. I can't really add anything else to that because
that's just terrible for radio.
It really is. It really is because I feel the exact same way you do about Alabama. But all right, Skylar's going ahead and putting his predictions on the board.
Sorry, I just I'm getting excited. But no, the first game For our listeners, East Carolina. Yeah, I mean, that one I just went ahead. Oh, and at Kentucky, I just went ahead and threw that one up there as well. I think both of these are no-brainers. I think Alabama's just better teams than both of them. I don't care that the Kentucky game's on the road. Does not matter to me. Florida State now. That's also a win for Alabama. There's absolutely no chance that Alabama loses to Florida State 2 years in a row. And that is just my humble opinion. And if they do lose to Florida State 2 years in a row, I promise you, I don't care if we lose to Alabama this year. I will make sure the fans from that state know that they just lost to one of the worst teams in the ACC. Anyways, South Carolina, intriguing game, but it's at home. I think Alabama rolls. I think they start the first month of the season perfect, 4-0. At Mississippi State, I think they keep it rolling. And then here's where things get a little groovy now. October 10th, they play Georgia. Georgia is a sexy game. I like this game a lot. Alabama's had Georgia's number, and they get them at home. However, I do think Georgia is a better team. So I actually just misspoke, or I didn't misspeak. I misdid the graphic. But I think they lose to Georgia. That'll be their first loss of the season.
I don't like this because that's bad news for Tennessee the following week.
You know, and you actually took the words right out of my mouth. Yes, you're right. If you're following along in our predictions, I am giving Tennessee, you already know now, their second loss of the year, as I have Alabama going into Neyland and catching the dub. I do not like that. I just think
No, never mind.
I had that right.
Yeah.
This is not Tennessee's schedule. Yeah, I do have Alabama catching the win against Tennessee. And you literally said it. It's the fact that they lose to Georgia the week before. And I think they're going to have something brewed. Tennessee's also, I don't know. I'm afraid that everybody, including myself, and I promise I'll still probably bet on Tennessee to win, but that may be why we lose. So maybe I need to hedge that, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I think the whole vibe of home team wins, especially in the last 4 years of this situation, I'm afraid that may break. I don't know. I just feel like trends are meant to be broken. So I'm going to give Alabama the nod here. It doesn't make me feel any good about it. But Alabama's going to need that win because I don't know if they beat A&M. So I'm going to give them a loss to A&M, even though they host A&M. I think A&M's a solid team, man. And I think they're going to bite Alabama. So you got Alabama going into the final month of the year. They are now 6-2. And every game matters to them because they got to make the playoff. They got to win out to make the playoff, even give them the some chance. They go at LSU. And according to my LSU prediction, I actually have them falling. I have LSU falling to Alabama, so I give the Alabama the win there. At Vanderbilt, I give Bama the win there. Chattanooga, give Bama the win there. And then Auburn to finish the year. Hello, Iron Bowl. Welcome back. Wow. Alex Golish gets his signature win. Wait, I can't do that. Psych. I can't do that. I got a little excited. Alabama finishes the year 10-2. However, if I didn't have to honor my Auburn prediction, I want Alabama to lose the Iron Bowl. I did say that in the Auburn prediction, by the way, that I wanted that to happen because I remember saying it about your prediction. However, got a little excited there. I didn't look at my notes. I looked at my notes. I actually caught myself. But I got Alabama going 10-2. I do not feel good about this whatsoever. But worst case scenario, 8-4. Best case scenario, 10-2. I don't see them going 11-1. There's no chance. So, once again, I have a team going their best case.
If you've got another team going their best case, you know that there's going to be at least one of these that is going to be going with their worst case.
Well, that's what I have Arkansas going 3-9 for. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, man. I hear you, dude. I do.
That's not a bad prediction at all for Alabama. I mean, it's Alabama, for Pete's sake. They're going to be good. I'm going to be slightly different from you, though.
That's okay. That's what you're meant to do. That's what we're meant to do.
Record-wise and who they win and lose against. One thing I do want to mention, though, all right, so Alabama.
Hey, one thing to also keep in mind, sorry to cut you off, but I have been hearing in the media that there are going to be a lot of SEC teams at that 9-3, 10-2 mark.
And I think there is.
Yes, and that's kind of what my predictions are shaping up to be. Rhonda, you're just gonna have to forgive me. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did to you. Maybe it was just the Tennessee pick alone, but I'm just trying to be a realist here. I am a Tennessee fan at heart, but that doesn't mean I need to be just a Tennessee homer in every pick. You know what I mean? Like, I just
Actually, 100% means that you need to be a homer with your picks.
I'll tell you what. Here's how I can make up for it. Catch me a week before the game.
Oh, yeah.
100%. We get to pick these games again. And I can promise you, dog, I'm riding with the balls. Give me everything. So.
Yeah. But now let's look at this schedule for just a minute because, not the easiest schedule in the world, but
it's not.
The way it plays out, look, you get a nice intro into the season for whoever wins that starting quarterback job. East Carolina, that's going to be a win. At Kentucky, it is an SEC game on the road, but that's a nice opponent.
Week 2, by the way. What is this?
Yeah, that's a nice opponent to play for a new quarterback.
It's not like you're playing Texas or Ohio State in week 2. Yeah,
100%. And then even your biggest non-conference game of the season is in week 3 whenever you get a couple of, I'm going to call it warm-up games.
That's a fact.
You're going to get a win against Florida State. It's not going to happen 2 years in a row.
You might actually be the team that fires or gets Mike Norvell fired.
It could possibly be.
Right?
I think it could be a little bit early in the season, but it's going to be close.
Fair enough. But I just feel like for Mike
Hey.
Norvell, I mean, it's definitely a year where you're supposed to grow, and if you don't beat the team that you beat last year, what's that say about you? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But who knows? South Carolina, though.
South Carolina, I'm not big on South Carolina at all this year. They could be tough, but the game is in Tuscaloosa. That's a win for South Carolina there. And then Mississippi State, that's also going to be a win. I do think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people think. So 5-0 to start the season. Then look at this 4-game stretch.
This one's tough. Georgia, Tennessee, A&M, LSU. Now, I had them going 2-2.
2-2.
I had them going 2-2. It sounds like you don't have them going 2-2.
Georgia. Everything that you said about this game is absolutely correct. They've had Georgia's number. The game is at home.
Everything on paper. Right?
And they're going to win it in person, too. They're going to beat Georgia.
Okay, so they just have Kirby's number, dude. That's all it is.
They've got Kirby's number right now.
That is a Tennessee-Florida-esque rivalry like brewing right there, where you just can't beat them.
Yep. In the regular season,
I like it.
Alabama has Georgia's number.
Yeah, the only game that Georgia won was the SEC championship.
They won the SEC championship this past season, and
not against Alabama though.
Yes, it was. No. It was a
Georgia.
Yes, it was. It was against Alabama because that's how Alabama made the playoffs. They were 10-2 going into that game. Then we're 10-3 after Georgia beat them in the title game. And I had this whole,
Yeah, you're right. Because Texas
BYU
went 9-3. Yeah, Texas losing to A&M or whoever they lost to really ruined their season.
Yeah, losing to Florida. Yeah,
Florida. That's right. They beat A&M.
Yep. So 6-0 going into the third Saturday in October against Tennessee on the road. Texas lost to Ohio State last year. They lost to Florida. And they also lost to Oklahoma.
They lost to Oklahoma?
I
can't. I don't know.
No,
I think they lost to A&M.
I'm going to look this up. No, I know they beat A&M because that was the last game of the season.
I know. And that's how A&M got in the playoff. I thought.
No, A&M was undefeated until that point. Yeah. No, they lost to Georgia.
Yeah, you're right. They did play in the regular season. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, they lost to Georgia in the regular season pretty bad, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Lost to Ohio State and lost to Florida. Last year.
I knew they lost to Florida.
Yep.
Yeah, right on. I forgot they played Georgia in the regular season.
Yeah. So, Alabama, 6-0 going into the Tennessee matchup, third Saturday in October.
I hate this even worse.
Call me a Tennessee homer if you want to, but Tennessee gets it done against Alabama.
Gives them their first loss of the. I mean, we're talking like a top 5 ranked Alabama at this point if they beat Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
I like it. I like it. I'm not hating. I'm not.
Give me a repeat of 2022 Tennessee and Alabama.
Oh God, 52-49. Do not actually. That was.
No, not that high scoring.
When we had
but the results anyway.
Yeah, I agree. But that scoop and score, dude, like everything in me, I'm like, dude, Alabama always finds a way with like a defensive score against Tennessee.
Yeah.
always. So, anyways, all right, A&M.
At this point, Alabama is going on. This is their 8th straight week.
Of course you are, Rhonda. Don't stop. Don't look.
This is their 8th straight week of playing ball. And Texas A&M is going to be a tough game. They do get the game at home, but this is a brutal stretch that they are going through right now. And I think they dropped the game to A&M, making back-to-back losses going into the bye week. Coming out of the bye week, it's going to be tough. Going on the road to Death Valley, more than likely going to be a night game. And you know what? I think LSU gets them.
Yo, I could see this actually happening. Because didn't Alabama kind of spiral after beating Georgia 1 year too?
They did. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, they beat Georgia to start the season almost. It felt like it was very early in the year. And then they kind of spiraled where Georgia kind of excelled. And so I kind of see that happening again. That's crazy, man. I love it. All right, so Vanderbilt.
3 straight losses for Alabama, but then they get back on track.
Kalen DeBoer's fired.
They get back on track at the end of the season. They go to Vanderbilt. They get a win there. They beat Chat. And then I do think they get a win in the Iron Bowl against.
So 9-3 ain't terrible. You're making it sound like we were 2 games off. All right, bet. All right. So 9-3 overall. What's your worst, best case?
My worst case for this team, let me make sure that I'm saying this right. My worst case, you're going to think I'm crazy. I'm going 7-5.
That's all right.
Is the worst case for Alabama this year.
I mean, you'd say lose to Georgia and lose to Auburn.
Probably. Yeah. That's probably where I would have it. So I don't think they're going to go 7-5.
That is absolutely a fire DeBoer, by the way, if that happens.
Yeah, after just being extended. I don't think they're going to go 7-5 this season, but that is, in my opinion, the absolute floor. I do think 11-1 is on the table for their best case.
No shot.
I think you're going to lose a game.
You can't say they have as many questions they have and then say that with this schedule they're going to go 11-1.
But they can.
No, they can't.
Because it's Alabama.
You want to bet?
No, I'm not betting on that. but they could. 11-1 is on the table for this team. You lose one game somewhere on this schedule, and you win all the rest of them. I think that's absolutely on the table. Once again, I'm not predicting that either. I think that 8-4, 9-3, 10-2 is the most likely scenario for this team, but just the absolute ceiling and absolute floor for this team, I think it's 7-5, 11-1. But I've got them going 9-3 this season.
Clear the board. Give me Oklahoma.
Well, we got to do our segment 3 sponsor before we can go to Oklahoma.
Well, the good news is we don't have to read that off anymore.
That's exactly right, because we got a nice little video that our segment 3 sponsors have, and let's play that video right now.
At Bowie's Heating and Air, we offer 24/7 HVAC services for all your residential, commercial, and new construction applications. Guys, when your home feels off and the comfort's not there, do yourself a favor and call Bowie's Heating and Air.
My favorite part of that video is when the camera zooms right into his face and all the other dudes just stay facing dead straight forward statue. I'm telling you, they definitely rehearsed that. I'm just saying, that was probably the 6th take. Over under 5.5 takes on that video.
Oh, it's over 100%.
I know the guy personally, by the way. I love him. He's an awesome kid. He works with us all the time. Believe it or not, when a home floods, we have to have the air handler in the house removed, and he's our right-hand man. He's there for all of that. So, no, that's awesome, man. But this second wave of heat, by the way, where did it come from? So if your AC goes out, like one of my buddies did this week, give Alex Bowie a call. Oklahoma. What's that? Also, not a very beautiful schedule. Ooh, I see Georgia. I see Texas, Ole Miss, A&M. I'm seeing Missouri, dude. That's actually 5 really tough teams just right off the bat. Oh, by the way, they got Michigan in their non-conference. So, yeah, Oklahoma, dude, in a year where they're really talking it up, hyping it up, saying that this is John Mateer's Heisman year because he got stolen last year due to injury, which we all know.
Who stole it?
Yeah, due to injury, which we've heard that. I mean, we've dealt with that.
That dude was nowhere near winning a
Dude,
Heisman.
I mean, to be fair, he was kind of leading the race until his hand broke or whatever happened.
It was also in the first 3 weeks of the season, and they hadn't played anybody.
That's also fair. I'm just saying.
But no, John Mateer is a very talented quarterback. I think he's going to have a good year this year. I'm not predicting him winning a Heisman Trophy or anything, but I think they're going to have a good season this year. You getting that started for me, or are you going first again?
Hey, dude, act like you weren't going to put a dub in that first game. Don't worry.
I wasn't. UTEP was winning. No, I'm just joking.
Exactly. Go on. Tell me about that Michigan matchup, though.
But no, UTEP, that's actually going to be absolutely going to be a win. At Michigan, second game of the season. It's a very intriguing game. Kyle Whittingham taking over the helm at Michigan this season. His first big game of the year going to be hosting SEC team Oklahoma. I like what Oklahoma has at quarterback in John Mateer. Then you also got the talented quarterback in Michigan as well. I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, don't do that to me. Because I don't care about that dude. But I do know his name. This is so bad for radio. True
Bryce
sophomore.
Underwood.
Yes,
Yeah,
true
Bryce
sophomore.
Underwood.
He was originally committed to LSU. Decommitted, went to Michigan because he knew he could start as a true freshman. And yes, he's going into a second season. Actually, by the way, a true freshman that still went 9-3.
Yeah, had a
With
good season.
with the coach that got fired. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they might be a decent team.
I think Michigan's got the horses. I think Michigan's got the coach. Are they going to be able to put it together in time for this week 2 matchup?
It's at Michigan.
What do I got here?
It's at Michigan.
I'm going to give
Oh,
it to
then
Oklahoma.
he's giving it to Boomer Sooner. All right.
I'm going to give it to Oklahoma there.
On the
they play
road, the
against
road team.
New Mexico in week 3. That's going to
Big
be a
Ten's
win
not
as
gonna
well.
love that result.
But then you face Georgia as your first
Georgia?
conference opponent.
Georgia?
Yeah, it's going to be a loss for Oklahoma there in their
Oh,
first.
that's not a good because they got
first
Georgia,
conference
Texas
game.
back to back.
They
But
do get a bye week before
They do
playing against
What
Texas.
a early
and
bye
Dallas.
week. I feel bad for their back half of the schedule because that is going to be 8 games in a row to finish the year. My goodness.
Texas fans not going to like me for this one, but Oklahoma gets a win in this Red River rivalry. Big win for Oklahoma. They go into Kentucky, taking momentum into that one, get a win there against the Wildcats. Mississippi State on the road.
Don't act like that's an intriguing game. No shot. They're not beating Texas and losing to Mississippi State. Get out of here.
That's exactly how I had it on Mississippi State.
Yeah,
schedule.
you got
I
to
had them
honor.
getting
You
an
got to
upset
honor that.
win.
I get it, but you're on drugs.
I've got
As
an
Pate
upset
State
win.
would say, drugs. That's what he would say.
I've got an upset victory for Mississippi State here. Oklahoma drops one that they should not during this season. South Carolina the week after. I do have a win there for Oklahoma. At Florida, they get a big victory on the road there. Ole Miss, they get the game at home, and they get a win in that one as well. They're on a hot streak at this point. They're feeling good after that loss to Mississippi State. On the road at Texas A&M. Give me a win, boom.
Oh, come on.
A&M. They're feeling good, man. Playoffs are in sight. They drop one to close the season against Missouri on the road. I do have them going 9-3 this season. There's several spots for games to be flipped for them to win games.
You think?
There are several spots that they could lose games that I've got them winning as well. But 9-3, I've got the floor for this team. I'm a lot higher on Oklahoma than I thought that I would be going into the season. I've got their floor at 7-5. I'm sorry, no. I've got them at 6-6. Making a bowl game, but having a disappointing season compared.
I don't even know if that is a reflection of the team, though. I think that's a reflection of the schedule. I mean, I think 6-6 is
100%.
just 100%. I mean, you play Michigan in the non-conference, you play Georgia, Texas, A&M, Ole Miss, and Missouri. Man, all 5-6 of those teams are projected probably 9 wins or better on the betting odds. So I mean, it's a tough schedule.
Yeah, so I've got 6-6 for them as their absolute floor. The ceiling, however, for this team, the ceiling's 11-1. I think that you
You're stretching this. I don't think you're taking see, I think you're stretching best case here. Okay? Best case scenario. They're not beating. You're telling me best case scenario, 11-1. And this is yours. I'm just trying to understand you. You're saying in their best case scenario, they're going to go 5-1 against Michigan, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, A&M, and Missouri? You're telling me they're going to go 5-1 in those games?
I think they can go 5-1 in those games as their best case. That Texas game, that's a game that they tend to pull out when they shouldn't. And I feel like this season, they probably shouldn't win that one when you consider the hype that's around Texas.
But they're at A&M.
They are at A&M. They're at Georgia. But I think that they pull off one of those two road games this season.
Fair enough.
The Ole Miss game, they get it at home. I mean, the Missouri and Mississippi State games, I think you're better than those two teams this year.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a team finishing as your best case scenario? Conversely, do you have a team finishing as their worst case? I don't think you do, because I don't think you do that. I think you look at okay, right on. All right, I'm just making sure I'm good. Now that I know what you do, because you do your prediction and base the best case off your prediction, and that's okay. We all have our own way of doing this. I'm just trying to figure it out, because I thought for sure that this would be close, if not one game off your best case scenario. So the fact that you're saying 11-1 is on the table is pretty crazy. Someone in the top 5 will be overrated. Oh, 100%. I don't know if the top 5, but definitely top 10. Maybe even 2 people in the top 10. And she's talking about preseason AP, by the way. And the AP doesn't drop till next week. So, all right. I like it, though. 11-1 best case for Oklahoma. I'm a hard pass on that one. I don't agree with that at all. But our schedule or our predictions won't be too bad off, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Oklahoma, you'd be so proud of me. I actually did this prediction before so that I didn't mess it up. We're starting out with...
It's to the point where we almost have to kind of do it before just to make sure that we're cross-referencing everything correctly.
Because I get so emotional when I look at the game, and I'm like, oh, yeah, let's do it. And then I'm like, oh, man, I can't do that. Like, I already predicted the other team to win or lose. Whatever, it's fine. UTEP is a dub. Michigan is a dub. Let's go. New Mexico is a dub. And I'm not really going to talk about these games. I don't really have to talk about them. Michigan, I don't know why I feel like Oklahoma's going to be Michigan. I think Oklahoma is poised to have, especially all the hype on the table. And I think I just trust their defense more than I trust Michigan's defense. And I don't know if Michigan's run game is going to be as solid as it has been in previous years. They should. They still got the backs. They still got the horses. But I'm going to lean Oklahoma here. Georgia, I don't see it, man. Not at Georgia. Not at Georgia. And I think, unfortunately, they're going to lose 2 in a row in my prediction, because I don't think they're beating Texas this year. I think Arch... Is this it's not a payback game, right? They didn't it's not a revenge game for Texas. Did they lose to Texas last year?
No, Texas won that game. I
thought.
I had got that one mistaken. That was the game that John Mateer came back after injury.
And then they got kind of smoked, right?
I think they did get beat
pretty handedly. Because I think the whole thing around that was like, oh, he's playing hurt or whatever. Like, oh, Oklahoma had the excuse, right? Either way, I think Arch's legacy at Texas is that he's not going to lose to Oklahoma. Mark it. All right, here we go. Kentucky, they bounce back. Mississippi State, they bounce back. We're feeling good. Like you said, kind of in the same spot of the schedule. They are feeling good. And then, we hit a bump at Florida in the swamp in November. When all the marbles are on the table, Oklahoma chokes. Not a good look for Oklahoma. But I do think this helps them lock in, bounce back, and get the home win against Ole Miss, because they're going to need it. It's their final home game, senior night. And then, like I said, they finished November. 3 road games in November is kind of rough, man. And I think they feel some of the effects of it. But I think they actually go on the road to A&M and pull the upset. Oklahoma's going to be the game or the team that everybody in the playoff committee is going to be like, what do we do? Like, what is this? They're 9-3. They can't do it. Oh, wait. They're 9-3. Did I just assume they were going to beat Missouri? No way I did that. I think they lose the final game of the year because I think that second road game in a row is going to bite them. And I think Missouri's a sneaky good team that's just going to continue to fly under the radar this year. I think Missouri, and I already did my prediction for Missouri, I think Missouri's going to finish 9-3. And I think Missouri, much like Oklahoma, just has a really tough schedule. And I think they find a way to capitalize right there. Because Missouri, man, they also play Texas A&M, and Georgia, as well as Oklahoma, and I think a couple other teams on their schedule. But, like, overall, I have Oklahoma going 8-4, which is kind of a mid-year, I would say, for Brent Venables. But, again, the schedule's not really that great. Not a schedule you would look at in the preseason and be like, yeah, this is a schedule I can really work around and get my wins and put ourselves in a great position. No, they really can't overlook anybody, and I'm afraid that's what the Florida-Missouri games are, or spots where they could overlook because maybe they're thinking about Ole Miss, or maybe they're still riding that high of getting that win, at Texas A&M. Who knows? But either way, worst case scenario, I am going to go worst case scenario. 6-6, man, is on the table for Oklahoma, without a doubt. Best case scenario is 9-3 for Oklahoma. I do not.
So you're not even putting 10-2 on the table for this team.
Not this year, man. That schedule's too brutal for me to think that they could actually. Of the 6 big games, I mean, I guess they could go 500 in those, but then they would not be able to lose a game that they're not supposed to. And unfortunately, the teams that they're playing that they're not supposed to lose to are still really good freaking teams. I just don't see it, man. So give me 9-3 as the best case.
All right, so that's our Oklahoma and Alabama predictions for this season. So that leaves us with 4 teams remaining. Next week, we will be looking at both of the Texas schools. We're going to be looking at Texas A&M and Texas. And then that leaves us with Georgia and Tennessee as the other 2 teams to look at.
I've already
it's almost here.
I've already kind of teased a couple of my picks for Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. If you're following along,
I've actually teased a lot. I was going to say I've actually teased a lot if y'all follow along, but just unfortunately the losses are going to be the one that sticks out. So
yeah, if y'all been following along, y'all kind of see where we've got Tennessee at going up against some of these teams.
Yep. So, it happens. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, but now you got anything else to talk about tonight before we hop off here?
Well, I just got to be fair to my predictions, man. Everybody's making a big fuss about the 9-game schedule. It's going to bite a team in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you see me predict a schedule the way I'm doing it, it's because I just think some of these teams are going to hit that fatigue factor. Like that 7th game in a row. I mean, Oklahoma, we just pulled it up. Or is it Alabama that has their bye week?
Alabama has got their bye week
after the 4th week. And then
Halloween.
They play 8 straight games to finish the year, man. That's crazy. I think Tennessee has their own stretch where they play like 7 or 8 in a row. So that's going to be a problem for some teams. I mean, most teams, we've seen Tennessee schedules where they play 3, break, 4, break, and then like 4 or 5, whatever, I don't know, what 3, 7, yeah, and then maybe 5. I can't remember how I've seen one schedule for Tennessee, and I believe they played like maybe 4, 6, and then 2. Like they it's been really broken up in a way because they've always had that second bye, but this year they lost one of those bye weeks. So, man, I don't know. I think it's going to bite the team in the butt. And I guess right now you could say, as far as preseason expectations versus what I have them going, I think you could say it could be Ole Miss for me. It could be Oklahoma for me as far as like a team that you thought was going to do a lot better than what they ended up doing. I don't know. But I think you're going to see a lot of teams this year fall to teams that you wouldn't really expect them to fall to. And it wouldn't even necessarily be an upset. It's really hard for a team to get up for a game every single week.
Well, not only
That's
that,
hard.
I mean, home field advantage is a real thing.
That is also true.
And there's a lot of these,
Tennessee has a very big problem on the road too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these teams that we would consider, lower tier SEC teams going into the season that they're going to be catching a better team at home. And if it's in the middle of one of these stretches like this,
I'm telling you, dude.
it could happen. So, I mean, it's home field advantage is a real thing, and I think I'm like you, Skylar. There's going to be a time this season where it's going to bite at least one of these teams. There's probably going to be multiple teams in the butt. So,
did you see where we were rated as one of the dirtiest program article? You just now found that right out, Rhonda. Rhonda, we low down, we some snitches, all right, and we live that every day. Like, don't let some article tell you otherwise. Like, I don't care. Like, we fine. Dirtiest program, man. We ain't dirty. Come on. What does that even mean, by the way? Dirtiest? So. Does that mean like the way we play? Like what do you mean dirtiest? Like what did this? I need elaboration on this article. Not that I really care, but like we are not one of the dirtiest teams. I mean, when I think of dirty teams, I think of Florida without a doubt. I think of like the throwing the shoe. They literally threw away Dan Mullen's tenure. Like that's when I think of dirty.
Still feeling the effects.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I've talked to some Florida fans. They call it. I mean, that's like the curse. Like they call it like the cleat curse is what they. I'm telling you, man. But like that's when I think of dirty, like a team just playing dirty, or like an attitude problem. And I would say this. I wouldn't overlook Tennessee as a dirty program because it is kind of weird that when we play like a team like which I always thought it was because of their coach, but like a UT Martin, you have seen Tennessee get in a scuffle with a team like that. And it's like, why? But then you have a team like UT Martin trying to roll up ankles on Cedric Tillman or Brew McCoy, and it's like, okay, that's why. Like, we're just trying to protect our guys. So, I mean, I don't really know if we're really the dirty type, but, you know. Whatever. Let them hate. Let them hate.
Absolutely.
In the words of Mike Matthews, should prove them wrong.
Absolutely.
Hey, they finally rank us. Stop it, Rhonda. Stop it. Hey, at least we at the top of something.
That's right. But no, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Next week, Skylar. Yeah, we got a position that we still got to preview. We've actually got 2 groups left. Normally we save quarterback for last, but I kind of want to talk about quarterbacks next week.
You know, because I'm going to that daggone practice. That's what it is. You know that I'm going to have the report.
I think it's some of that, but also I kind of don't want to wait until we know who the starter is. I kind of want to talk about it before we know who that starting quarterback is going to be.
I got you.
Yeah, so quarterbacks next week, and then obviously Texas A&M as the schedule predictions. That's going to be the lineup next week. Be sure to tune in whenever we talk about that. But thank you all again for watching tonight.
This is Michael's show. I just do what he tells me to, and that's all I wanted to say. All right.
I'm just glad that you can admit to it live on the air. But no, I'm just kidding.
That's crazy. All right.
No,
I got you.
No, I'm just messing with you, man. You know this show wouldn't be as good as it is without you on it, without you know, your insight to a lot of things.
You ain't got to fluff my feathers. It's all right, big dog. I get it.
I absolutely need to do that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll beat you at golf next time. It's fine.
I mean, just like you did last time. So.
I know. It's fine. I'll let you win on the pod. I'll let you win on the mic. I'll win on the course. It's fine.
There we go. But no, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll be back on Tuesday night again next week on our normal schedule. I do want to mention before we get off here that we are the official Tennessee podcast of the College Huddle. Be sure that you go and check us out as well as the 80+ other podcasts as well. You can find all that on the collegehuddle.com. There are links to each conference and each podcast. And also, not to really give them a shout out, but I do want you to go check out the Longhorn Pod. It's the Texas Republic podcast. As I did a preview with them Monday night. I think that episode dropped yesterday, kind of talking about Tennessee and Texas. I had to tell them who the real UT was.
Hey!
Prove to them, who that was. But no, be sure that you check out their podcast as well. I went on there for this past week. So do want to give them a shout out on that. But Skylar, you got anything else before we close out tonight?
Brother, I'm good. Just know that the next time we come on, we'll be almost 2.5 weeks away from kickoff. So, go Vols.
It's right here.
Come on, man.
Right here,
Let's
man.
get it.
So now, go Vols, everybody.